Vision Scope Podcast.
Hello, my visionaries. Hey, look, it is I, says he. It's your boy, DJ Majesty. Hey, I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Vision Scope Podcast. Hey, look, and I want to give y'all a big shout out. Look, I appreciate all my visionaries, look, who've been supporting, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the whole WAP, and supporting other visionaries, going to their channel, listening to their music, buying their products. I mean, it's just a domino effect, and this is what, the whole vision is, to build a network of visionaries that can just tap in with each other and buy each other's products, because, hey, look, everybody talk about supporting local, support small businesses, let's support each other, this is why the platform exists. This is why I built this platform, is for that very reason, so we can support entrepreneurs, support small businesses, support artists, support local businesses, all these things, and support each other, so hey, it's a beautiful thing to see that it is happening already, And another thing that's happening already, look, today's show is sponsored by Moon Ray's Music Group. You gotta check out, I said Moon Ray Music Group. Why I always say Moon Rays? Because, why? Because their music shines like rays, like moon rays. But it's Moon Ray Music Group, and they are today's show sponsor. And I know y'all, look, I know y'all didn't forget, you know what I'm saying, Quay Moon Ray. I introduced y'all to her, and her music group is a sponsor of today's show. Hey, yeah. Let's vibe again. Honestly, I can't fall in love with you, Quay Moon Ray. Yeah. So y'all gotta check her out, man. Quay Moon Ray, Moon Ray Music Group. Hey, she's she's doing her thing, man. Y'all better tap in now, man. And from what I hear, she's looking for writers, producers, and hey, y'all tap in with her, man. She can tell you better than I can, but that's today's show sponsor, So hey, y'all go tap in, with Quay Moon Ray. Y'all already know I'm gonna have the links in the bio, and Instagram will be right down here at the bottom. Y'all tap in with her, man, because, not only does she have good music, she's a good person. Hey, enough said, right? So, we going to get to today's show. Hey, y'all know who today's show. Okay, look, today's show, it's a big treat. As a matter of fact, it's not even a treat. It's a big burrito. You understand me? Because we got my man Matt from LOWKEY Burritos today. Hey, look, he got a great story. Man, just listening to the man, it inspired me. You know what I mean? Because, he started his business, $11 an hour job, and then just stepped in. Hey, you know what? How about this? Y'all watch the interview and hear the story for yourselves, because it's a good one. Look. I think, you know what? Like I always do, I'm going to watch it again with y'all. Well, maybe not with y'all, but I'm going to watch it again. I'm with y'all in spirit. Hello. Enjoy the show. It's I, says he. Hey, it's your boy DJ Majesty. Y'all, hey, it is I, says he. Hey, it's your boy DJ Majesty, and we got we got another episode for you guys today, man. We sitting here with the owner of LOWKEY Burritos, my man. And look, they've been featured in the Long Beach Post. They've been featured in the Torrance Post. They've been featured in the LA Post. They've been featured in a whole bunch of features. You know what I mean? Because they are feature type food truck. No, wait, no, not even a pop-up shop. They a featured food business. Let me tell you, man, my man got it going on. And if you haven't heard about them, man, you're gonna have to look them up, man. They LOWKEY Burritos. And we here today, my man Matt. How you doing, Matt?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing amazing, man. I want to thank you. You know what I mean? I want to let y'all know he let me into his home, to do this interview. took the time out this day, and I greatly appreciate that, my man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It's a big old setup. I appreciate you.
Oh no, man. Hey, it's the feelings mutual, man. The feelings mutual, man. So, so oh man, let's get started. So, because I'm so curious about you. How about, like I am all entrepreneurs? Let me tell you, I tell you, man. I'm a big supporter of entrepreneurs. But about you though, tell me, where are you from?
From South Bay, so Torrance area. I kind of lived all over the place, but that's originally where I'm from.
That's where you're in Torrance. Okay, Torrance. All right. So so from Torrance, all right. So when did the seed get planted for you to be an entrepreneur? Like when was that age? Like
once I kind of changed a couple career paths in college, I realized that I didn't really want to work for anybody, and I didn't really know what kind of business I want to do. I did everything from pyramid schemes to, I would say, technically legal pyramid scheme, like selling DirecTV.
Okay.
So, and then I got in the food business. I've got in the food industry. So, I worked at a couple of restaurants. I've always liked cooking, just in general since I was a kid. So, as I was cooking or helping on the line at the restaurants, it was just something I really enjoyed. And then to kind of fast forward to the path, it was I had my first son, and then my second son was on the way. So I was kind of like looking at it like I'm making $11 an hour, like, shit, man. And then it's like if I'm doing all this anyways, then just fuck it, let me give it a shot. Like the burritos cost this much, but I'm getting paid this much, so I want that much.
Yeah,
so
I get it.
I bought like a cheap grill on Amazon, and 300 bucks is,
yeah.
I didn't have a whole lot, but I said, all right, fuck it. I quit my job. I had like $2,000 saved up and just moved into a new place, which was, the rent was pretty high there too. So it was like, fuck it, let's do it. I quit on, let's do it. And I drove down to LA. Long story short, I set up, was getting kicked out. I had forgotten my potatoes that day, and back then, go ahead.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
You said you got kicked out.
Yeah, of a street corner in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was just setting up, my grill and just a table like this.
Yeah.
And then, I was in LA. I got kicked out, and then I had forgotten my potatoes. I used to do them like cheese grater, like that. Back at my old apartment, and a dude rode up to me on his bicycle, and he was like, hey man, I really don't normally do this. He's like, but you look like you have some weed. Do you have some weed? And I was like, yeah man, I got some weed. I was like, all right, I was like, shit man, I just set up everything and I'm getting kicked out. So I'm like, yeah man, here you go. He asked what I was doing, and I told him I was trying to sell burritos, and I explained how I forgot my potatoes, and he was like, hey man, I'll ride to the store and I'll get you some potatoes and I'll bring them back.
Okay.
He's like, you don't have to pay me or anything, pay me back when I come back. Fast forward, he showed me the spot they originally showed up in LA. And that's kind of how we got started. That's how I got the first spot, and yeah. So
that's how you got, but so you tell, oh man, this is
I
great.
know, I just went completely fast forward.
No, yeah, you did. You sped up a lot.
Right?
Because I'm going to back up some.
Yeah.
So you telling me before about to have a kid and going to college, you had no thoughts of being your own boss or nothing like that?
No, I had to go to college a couple times to realize I didn't want to work for anyone.
What did you go to college for?
First one was radiation therapy.
Okay.
For like cancer patients. I realized that wasn't the path I want to go into.
Okay.
Then I went for, I believe the next one was electrician. Studied that for a little while. Got a job as an electrician. It's like I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
Also, the schedule was it needed to be open, and it was very limited because I had my first son, so I had to come home and help watch him while their mom went to work. So it was kind of like just back and forth. Like, this is as long as I can work, as long as I can give you. And so I lost that job, and then eventually, what else did I do? I went to school for nutrition.
Okay.
The complete opposite side of the spectrum of the first one.
Yeah.
So I went to school for nutrition, and I was learning about foods and things, and kind of generally directed on like, okay, this is like what's good for the kids to eat and shit like that. And then I realized, like, man, I don't feel right charging somebody like $100. Like, oh, you're sick. Like, I'll tell you what to do, but it's $100. You know what I mean? Like, just
the ethics of it.
Yeah, it's like, it's a great thing to learn, but I feel like everybody should kind of know, like, this is how to eat fucking healthy. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it's not that bad.
I get it.
But, you know, it's just, I guess, the ethics, you could say. And then, you know, I was just working at a restaurant, and like I said, that's when we found out about my second kid, and then it was just kind of like, okay, let's...
A light bulb went off, and okay.
Yeah.
So when you decided to get into the business, you say, boom, all right, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you just dive in head first? Did you do some research on the industry, or what did you do? Talk to me. Did you just dive in?
Yeah, just Amazon, grill, and I was like, spatulas, and just kind of winged it, and just slapped it together, and was like, okay. I'm like, this is how you make burritos.
Yeah.
And it was a shit show the first day, but we made it happen.
Okay. And then and then it got better, right?
Yeah. Slowly with experience, it was like, okay. And then word got out that they were good. And then I worked with this Instagram. I don't really know the exact words. She posts pictures of food, and like, she's a big food influencer, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, her name's Los Angeles Eats. I talked with her. She actually reached out to me and was willing to work with me. And I was like, all right, you know, I don't have a lot of money, but here.
Yeah.
And then it immediately went viral. It was in like a whole bunch of different languages. It was in different, you know, countries, obviously.
Yeah.
Across the country, people were messaging me like crazy. And then it just kind of snowballed from there.
And so now you're making a living at it.
Trying to.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah. but you doing what most people want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it was easy, hey, everybody would be their own boss, you know what I'm saying, and jump out on that limb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hence why I am such a supporter. I used to say, I was saying, you know, I'm a fan, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like the word fan, you know what I'm saying? Fan is fanatic, you know what I'm saying? That's them kind of,
cool.
Yeah. So I'm a supporter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of all entrepreneurs. And you know what? I wanted to tell you, you may not know how how we met, how all this came to be, right? So look, it's a funny story, or not funny, but it's just how life can work, right?
Okay.
So it starts off where I go to an event with a friend, right? There was a bunch of friends there, right? And my friend's daughter's boyfriend was at the event, right? And this is when I was just starting off, you know, podcasting. I was moving. I didn't even have the equipment yet, right?
Yeah.
But I knew it was gonna come, so I was just preparing, telling everybody, I want to do interviews. Can I interview you? But kind of laying the groundwork.
Yeah.
Right.
Putting the word out.
So I talked to her boyfriend, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have a clothing line." Right? He's like, yeah, this is Cherry Park. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Aaron.
Okay. I've never heard of Cherry Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his name is Aaron, right? And I was like, oh, okay, boom. So we exchanged, you know what I'm saying, information. Months later, right, we do an interview, right? We talk to him. Our energy connects, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, it's going to be an event. It was around Halloween time, and oh my God, I can't think of the company that does the event, but the company does this event. He said, come out. So I came out to the event, right? He's like, there's other businesses there. Boom, I go out there, and then that's where I meet Herman.
Okay.
Herman tells me about you.
Okay.
And then he's like, you should meet him.
Okay.
And then that's when, you know, I hit you up and
Yeah.
bada bing, here we are. But it all started from a freaking pirate show, because that's what we went to go see in Anaheim. We all went to the little pirate show, kind of like
the pirate dinner thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like medieval times.
Yeah, but is it right next to it or something? Like that? Okay,
it's the pirate thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I've never been there.
I'm not endorsing it. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not endorsing it at all. You know, so.
Okay.
But that's how life works, right?
Yeah.
Just wanted to tell that little story. I thought it was cool. I was thinking about it yesterday.
Man. Yeah, I mean, it's totally.
Yeah, how life works. So back to you, right? So all right, so because look, this is hella interesting. So you dive straight into the food business, right?
Yep.
So how long before you met the young lady to help you with your Instagram and everything? How long before that? How long before that and you met her? How long was that gap?
Oh, there was a major gap. I mean, technically, I've never let anybody run the Instagram, but like, I guess the people who are cashier, you know, I'll tell them to post.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, so I can tell people that we're closed or something, or we're sold out. It's like something where it's like, God damn, post this right now, please.
Okay.
But anyways, there's a huge gap in between that. I guess, you know, it started off where it was just me for several months, I could say. I kind of told myself like, okay, I'm gonna give this about 6 months if it should take off by this time.
Okay.
I think I'm drawing a blank on the date, but anyways, it was like near 6 months later.
Okay.
That's when the ball started rolling. Mm-hmm. I got kind of busy here and there. The first day I did Ambitious Ales where we met. I went by myself and I just got slammed. It was like a 2-hour wait, you know, just because I'm by myself.
Yeah.
And I wasn't that good either. You know, I was just kind of learning, didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Now, hold on, slow down.
Yeah.
You said you was learning. That, What is it that you just learning how to cook, or you was just because the amount of people?
The amount of people, just doing everything on my own.
Okay.
Being able to handle pressure like that, because it's a lot more pressure than usual.
Okay.
But it's kind of like, I already took their order. I don't have a choice. I have to make this. I can't just freak out. Like, there's been times where I lose my shit, but it's I still have to make it.
Yeah.
And I like to make sure that I calm down, so at least I'm in a good mood when I'm making your food, because it's gonna taste like shit if I'm angry.
So oh, that's crazy. Because it's not like, you know, it's not like a restaurant where they don't see the cook. They sitting there looking at you right there outside, like
like, bro.
What's up?
Yeah.
So what was it?
Oh, yeah.
So it was coming up like a process, basically. You coming up with a process.
And like you were saying, back to your question, I guess I could say, the next step was hiring the first person. I posted that I needed help on my Instagram, and it was one of my friend's little brothers was the first person that helped me. And then he was working with me for a little bit in between like his one job and then his career that he wanted to go. So I only had him for a little bit. Eventually, right when Eater LA, I believe, Eater LA posted us. That's when it went back to me being solo, and then it was kind of like, shit, what do I do? It's getting really busy. So then I hired another person. I'm honestly losing track of like the order of the people that I hired, but there was definitely, I hired a lot of people that were temporary, or asked them for help. Like, hey, you know, I get that you're going to be here for a month, 2 months, whatever, it's fine. I need help. I need help now. And then I had a couple people where I expected them to stay for long. One stayed for like 8 or 9 months. Another one stayed a little bit over a year. And then time goes on. I think we're going to like 2019, end of 2019, maybe early 2020. No, I'd say 19.
Okay.
That's when we started needing 3 people with help. So it just went from me and then my friend Justin. He runs his own pop-up now. We called it Justina's Craft Kitchen.
Nice.
But
nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah, Justino's Craft Kitchen.
There you go. Go check them out.
It's definitely some damn good sandwich and some good pasta.
Oh, were they out in Long Beach too?
I believe he does it out in Torrance. But I think, yeah, just check his Instagram out.
Okay.
Yeah, he posts like what I used to do.
Pull the mic just a little bit closer to you.
Yeah, man, totally.
There you go.
But yeah, so anyways, it was me, him, and one of my other friends, Danny. We were, kind of doing the three of us, and then things got put into lockdown, and then it was like, oh shit, what do we do? We ended up hanging out in my friend's backyard, and it was like totally like selling drugs. Like you had to come knock on the back door and shit. And, like we were like home book and like, okay, here you go, and like just having people pick up their burritos, and they would have to message us and order their online orders like through Instagram. And we just kind of did it like that just to survive, because it's like, fuck, dude, I have bills. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And then
wait.
Yeah.
We can't just float over that, right? Because that's hustling at its finest. You know what I mean? That's just a no give up attitude. You know what I mean? It's like, shit, okay, man. Look, I got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? And they got. I know what they trying to lock everything down. Yeah. But look, I got to eat, literally. No pun intended. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I had arguments with friends over this all the time, because I was like, nah, we would get into that. So go ahead.
No worries. Excuse me there. But yeah, so it's kind of like, hey, what are we gonna do? We have to. So we found that it was like the safest, just by making people come up on their own. Yeah. Scheduling times for them, so it's like you come at this time and nobody else is gonna be around. Exactly. Because like, it was the brand, it was right in the beginning, no one knew what to do. Yeah. Eventually, as time rolled on, people felt a little safer going outside again. It's just been like, hey, do this, no, do that, no, do this, no, do that. So, people are kind of back and forth on it. But, when things kind of like opened up to where we could go set up in front of the coffee shop, Lord Windsor, down in Long Beach. That was like our other Long Beach spot.
Hey, you ain't got to be quiet, my man. Yeah, it's all good. He's tiptoeing around. It's all good. Here, go ahead, man.
Yeah. But yeah, we used to set up. That was our original like steady Long Beach spot, was Lord Windsor Coffee over on 3rd. Some asshole drunk driver just took out the whole front wall. It's just been closed for like 10 months now. It's like, damn, man, like it. I miss them. I miss the people. Yeah. It was a great spot. It was a fun time. But anyways, so we set up there. Things were rocking and rolling. Went from 3 to 4 to 5 people. Then we got featured on Spectrum 1, and then Eater LA, we were about to open up a restaurant, fast forward a little bit more. Okay. Because it was getting busier and busier. It's like, okay, we need more and more people. So it's like, fuck it, restaurant. We're doing anywhere from 280 burritos to, our max was 323 burritos in 4 hours. Jesus. Like, shit, man, like we're just cranking them just as fast as we can, just go. I mean, I had 9 people helping me.
So can I actually, before you fast forward, the 300 burritos, so when you go out, do you say, you know what, you go out with, say, enough for like 300, 200 burritos, or how does that work?
I've been doing it for about 3 years now. Okay. So I can kind of gauge how much help I need, how much like food I need. So I try not to over prepare, just because it's a huge waste. Back when I first started, I was either trying to eat it or throwing away a lot of food, which just really sucked. It's like, what am I gonna do? People are like, oh well, you can go donate it. And it's like, as much as I'd love to do that, I have a fucking 2-year-old and a newborn that I'm dragging to the store to go buy ingredients to buy more burritos. I'm like, I can't fucking do it. I'm just one person. Yeah. So anyways, like I needed the help, and it just kind of built from there.
So you said you was about to. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, no
about
worries.
the store. You was about
Yeah. We're about to go to the store.
Not the store, but a restaurant. You was about to start a restaurant.
Yeah, it was going to be a storefront over in Koreatown. I figured with selling 300 burritos. Oh shit! I also remember I never answered your question. I never really answered your other question.
Yeah, you did. About how
I was trying to say that I was gauging it. I can gauge it based off of the venue now. I can tell how much stuff we need just to make sure that we don't fuck up or just stand there for 9 hours.
Yeah.
That's killer. I don't know how people do it. Like I give all of the pop-ups that do 9-hour shifts, like I give you props, man. That shit sucks. Like you got some balls, man.
And what makes it 9 hours? Because
like some of the breweries and stuff kind of want like 8-9 hour shifts, and it's like sometimes we try and then it's like, whoa, that sold twice as much as last time, and it's like I planned on being here for 6, 7, 8 hours. I think 8 hours is the longest I'll promise, and I'm fucking dying. I have to really like you if I'll do 8-hour shift for you. But because we still have an hour of prep before and an hour of prep cleanup and crap after. But anyways, back to the store. Sorry for jumping around.
Nah, it's cool. That's what we doing. Cause I got tons of questions. Go ahead.
Dude, go for it. But anyway, so we're about to open up the store. Like I said, we're doing 300 a day. I was getting cocky. I was like, shit, this is easy.
Okay.
I would just like show up like at fucking 9 o'clock to my own stand, probably with a hangover, but it's like, okay, cool, everything's running. So, we were still doing the same 200, 300 at that location because we did a pop-up there maybe once or twice a week just to kind of put our name in the space, like, hey, you can come get food here. Yeah. However, as I built the crew up, due to the demand, because the wait was like 2 hours, man, it was killer. But it's like, the line is literally 50 people, 60 people. It was literally, I had from 3rd and Cerritos to 3rd and Orange at one point. Jeez. I was like, damn, man, like somebody like was taking drive-by videos of the line. I was like, oh my God, like don't even look at the line, just make more food. But anyways, so, I was doing that. I was like, all right, let's kind of let the stand fly on its own. I was investing more money, like, okay, let's get this taken care of. Let's get more equipment here, another grill here. I hired some people with the intention of having them like fly on their own and kind of do everything. As time goes by, it's kind of, like I said, just showing up, checking in on everything. Honestly, it's kind of a blur because I was drinking too much. It was like, I was going through some shit at home. So I was just like, all right.
Hoodie that has the print that he has before he becomes a demon slayer, the blue with the clouds on it. So I have a hoodie with the clouds. I was like, I'm not gonna try too hard for Halloween, but it's like, you'll get it if you know what I'm talking about. I was like, at least I can use a hoodie versus a kimono. It's hot. T, can you do me a favor? Two jalapeno crust.
jalapeno cheese crust, like breakfast burrito. Hand cuts it per order.
You guys are called?
LOWKEY Burrito.
Okay. Oh, let's get the gang to move back here. We're out front. We're going to move back here.
For sure.
Drinking a lot. Was like, the kids aren't here, fuck it, let's do it. So I'd show up to my stand with a hangover, just kind of like be like the face to the business, because people were really into that at the moment. They saw me on the news, they wanted to talk to me about it. So I kind of like, I would walk around and greet people, say hello, take care of them, whatever the case is. And then it's funny, like some people are like really excited to meet me, they would talk to me, and then other people are just like, who the fuck is this guy telling me hi? Like super rude. But I was like, I guess you don't know who's making your food, man.
Oh, they'd be super rude to you?
Yeah. I was like, Tim, man, it's like that. I'm like,
nah, that's not smart. Even though
right.
You're not that type of guy.
But I mean, people always ask, who's the owner? And they always look towards the oldest person on the crew. And then they're like, it's that weird guy with the fucking Pikachu hat and the anime t-shirt, and they trip out. And it's like, it's like, I love it. It's like, I kind of like fucking with people a little bit. That's kind of my personality.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I can you trip out on like, dude, how'd this asshole pull this off? You know what I mean? So it's like, just a little effort.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, we were about to kind of expand, and then life just said, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. And I got strep throat, and then I got it really bad, and I had to go to the hospital, and they're like, oh, you're fine, you're fine, it's cool. Okay. And I'm like, okay. And then the next day I had to be driven to the hospital again, because I was like, dude, I can't breathe. Like my airway is swelling up. I can't, like, something's going on. Oh man. So they had to give me steroids to make the inflammation go down, and just IV. So
while that's happening, what's up with your business?
I had to shut it down. Unfortunately, as much as I had wanted to, the food was almost where I wanted it. I'm still nitpicky, but back then I had a temper and I was nitpicky. Okay. So I wanted the food to taste the same, and because it didn't, it was almost there, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, just everyone run everything on their own.
So you said it tastes the same, meaning everybody who's cooking it has to taste the same, and it wasn't tasting the same from each person that was cooking it?
Exactly. Okay. There's little things like where it's different, and I get everyone has their own cooking style. It's just, I wanted it to be like mine, because that's what I made. Yeah. It's just the crazy, like, chef's controlling aspect, I guess. But anyways, so I had to shut it down. I get it. There was people who relied on it, so they had to leave. Yeah. I wouldn't have put up with my shit back then. Like, yeah. It's like, hey, you're like 12 years older or younger than me. What the fuck did you just say? You know what I mean? Got you. So, I get it. And then, part of the crew stuck with me. We moved to Santa Ana because a little piece that I had forgotten was, as I built the crew up, the sales went down. So the higher my labor went, the less sales we went, because I was trying to not only split up and have an equal group for each crew, but I also wanted that to be able to handle 300 burritos in, a reasonable time. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, sales dropped tremendously, like from 300 to like 60. I was like, fuck, dude. And, rent was like $3,500. I'm like, this ain't happening, man. Okay. Like, I can't do it. So, like, as much as I'm really bad at telling people no, but as much as I hated to do it, I was like, I have to leave. Okay. Like, I can't follow through with the restaurant, or it's gonna, like, me and my kids will be on the street, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Can't do that.
Yeah. So I had to back down. We went, kind of took it easy, kind of rebuilt the speed of the crew, because I'd lost, some heavy hitters. Like, they were really great at what they did. But anyways, we trying to rebuild up the speed. I was going back to only 2 days after I got when I was done. We closed for 2.5 weeks with strep throat. So I went to 2 days, and then I was like, all right, you know, I wanted to do a coffee shop in Irvine.
Okay.
I believe it was Wall Riders Coffee. I feel bad for canceling on them, but anyways, I had good reason. The day that I was prepping for that, some idiot in a Prius, and it's always a Prius. I didn't believe that saying until I fucking got in an accident caused by a Prius. It's always a Prius. I'm sorry, the followers. There's like 1 or 2 of you that drives Priuses that I actually like. The rest, I'm sorry, you're just terrible. But anyways,
the views here are all of those of Loki.
Right? It's just like there's so. So anyways, the guy in the Prius stopped with a flat tire in the freaking carpool lane. And I was like, in the carpool lane. So anyways, it was like this perfect time on the 405. Like, you know when you're going straight, but like, there's just that little hump and you can't see over it.
He stopped in the carpool lane.
He stopped in the carpool lane. I'm cruising, going behind, you know, the car in front of me. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden I just see this dude just yank it to the right, and then the car in front of me hit the brakes and just started sliding. I was like, oh shit. I hit the brakes, started sliding, was like, oh my god. And then it was one of those moments where you're like this close to the car in front of you and you're like, brr, and it's like, fuck, almost died. And then I turned and there was just boom, just rear-ended from a Tundra with a huge work shell on the back of it. And he just crushed my car and then slammed it into the car in front of me and then slammed that car, it was a Range Rover, slammed the Range Rover into the Prius. And then some little teenage dumbass was on his way to work on Amazon, and he was in the carpool lane alone, and he slammed in the back of the Tundra that hit me. So it was an immediate impact of just boom, boom, and I was like, oh, you know. So it was like a movie. I saw the glass fly up through my face and shit, and just hit the front of the car, and then like the front of my car was crushed. The back of the car was like just crunched like an accordion. The bumper was still attached, but it was touching the ground. Like the muffler was on the ground. Everything was just. Try to open my door and that shit didn't really open. Like, start your car. I'm like, bro, the engine's gone. So they moved everyone off the freeway. Long story short is that shit hurt. It hurt really bad. But anyways, so that set me out another 2 weeks, week or 2 weeks. Like, that shit hurt. I'm like, fuck this, I'm going on vacation.
That sounds like it would have took me longer than 2 weeks to, Jesus, oh my God.
I mean, I didn't really have a choice. Same shit, like, what am I gonna do?
Exactly.
I have bills to pay, and then it's like
you gotta, hey.
I'm asked out, I gotta fucking do it.
Yeah.
So we went back, started it up again. I was like, okay, let's try this again. And then maybe a month or 2 into it, maybe, I had this really shitty lawyer that really dragged on the beginning. The accident guys, I'm gonna 1000% that they suck. Don't get them. Anyways,
you heard it here first. They don't
sue
get
me if you have a problem, you dick. So anyways, so I switched lawyers. Long story short, I didn't find out. I switched lawyers, got a real doctor, got everything going. And then my Ford Transit, the transmission blew up, and it was because I was smashing it. Like, I was just, I was like, you know, fuck it, I gotta get somewhere. And I just punched it, and I already knew that little junker was like clanking on me.
Yeah.
And then it finally you just step on it, it goes, and it's like, damn it. And I had just finished paying it off. My credit from selling DirecTV, making a bunch of money, then quitting that job, I should say, because I hated it. Long story short, trashed my credit. So I had just bought 2 new cars, just paid them off with all the cash that I was making, trying to like build shit back up. And I'm like, fuck, man, I just paid off this car, now I gotta get another one. So on top of just buying another car, or leasing it, I should say, from getting crushed in an accident, I had to get a new car. They're not giving me no money. So I got a new car. I said, I'm tired of dealing with cars. Let me lease one. It's their problem if anything breaks. And then here comes the new van. I go and I sign on for it. I'm like, I know I just bought a car. This is gonna be so hard. Like, banks hate me already.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I went to the dealership, like just one of those random dealerships. I think it was in Long Beach or Bellflower or something like that. Anyways, I signed for a car, a Ram ProMaster, a big ass van, and I was like, oh man, it's gonna, whatever, we're gonna sell more burritos, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then I get a text from my lawyer saying, call me right now, you have a torn rotator cuff. I was like, and they walked away with the paperwork signed, and like it was already a done deal. Like I had been there all fucking day, and I was like, oh, really? I'm like, I feel like torn rotator cuff means you need to stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds pretty serious. I'm like,
yeah.
okay. And then we go and get the work done. They shove me in a stupid MRI tube. Just anxiety attack with those.
Yeah.
And then,
not fun.
yeah, so it turns out I have like multiple herniations in my neck. And then I saw some idiot video chat doctor as my physical, so they never really checked me. But the doctor's orders were only for certain parts. So they never checked my thoracic spine. Now that I have new doctors, we're probably gonna look into that. Anyways, like that shit hurts. My shoulder has a torn rotator cuff and like is leaking fluid. And then
it's all from the accident.
Yeah. It turns out I just went to just today, I went to the orthopedic surgeon that specializes in shoulders, and he's like, you have something called a slap tear. So it just affects my bicep and like the strength of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I'm still curling 35, so it must not be that bad.
Okay, look at that. And so what about, so your lawyer and everything, that's still in litigation?
Still, I have a whole nother year and change.
Yeah, actually, they do take a while, man.
Yeah. We got to rack up them bills. You know, because we're working with $1 million policy. We got to rack them up.
Yeah, you got to rack them up. But it ain't just racking them up to rack them up. It's like, Duke, you really got some issues.
This shit hurts, dude. It hurts like hell.
You ain't hit no Ezel on them. You know what I mean? Not the Ezel.
I wished.
You know,
this shit
you know
hurts.
Ezel? You know about the Friday? You ever seen Friday?
Only parts of it.
Yeah,
that was probably
Friday is the guy. Rest in peace. I can't think of his name. The guy who played that part, but he was the guy. You know, he's like my neck and my back. He was slipped in the liquor store.
Okay.
My back, my neck.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's like, we ain't pulling any jail. We ain't doing that.
Nah.
You know, because my man. You heard,
bro? Trust me, like you got to see how much weed I got to smoke to just take the edge off. Like, it hurts. It hurts.
I believe
borderline why I was drinking so much, because it hurts a lot.
I believe you. So look, and you know what? From everything I'm hearing from you, my man, you are resilient. You know what I mean? It's like the no quit attitude is inspiring. You know what I'm saying? It's very inspiring, and it's inspiring to me, and I know it's definitely going to be inspiring to other visionaries out there, because from every story you done told me, it's like everybody every entrepreneur has to go through. You know what I'm saying? And not even entrepreneur. Every person in life, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're trying to be a mechanic, if you're trying to be a nurse, if you're trying to be a barber, it's going to be bumps in the road. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what's your reasoning for keep going? You know, and this man didn't told you what his reasoning is. His kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, that's it, that's all. You know what I mean? What I got to do? Like, my kids ain't going to not eat.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah, it's not an option. You know, I have kids. If it was just me, it's like, okay, I'd do something else. But I got kids. I want them to have good things. I want them to, be able to enjoy things. Enjoy the time with them that I can. Sometimes they stress me the hell out. Sometimes, it's great. Just a roller coaster. It's all about the good times and stuff, and the bad times, and just kind of trying to remember it or be present. I always hear people say like, oh, I wish I paid attention. So I'm like, all right, I don't want to die and be like, I wish I paid attention. Yeah,
it's like time is short, and it's like like I said, it's all life is about. It's like this constantly. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna you're gonna be like this.
It's a wave.
And then sometimes you know what I mean. You ain't gonna always make the shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to learn and get at to the point at where it's just always like this. No matter everything's gonna go up. That's a given.
Yeah.
But I gotta just stay. No matter, I ain't gonna get too high off the highs, and I ain't gonna get too low off the lows. You know what I mean? Because, you know, hey, I've been down, and hey, I can get back up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. You know,
we're all there, man. We're all there.
So yeah, oh my God. So all right, so you get past that. So all right, so look, wait. Cause I got my brain is just flooded with questions. I'm trying to figure out which
pick
one to go.
whatever you want, man.
So in the hiring, right?
Yeah.
So now where you at? Are you just hiring one person? Are you at like 2 people? How is that going for you now?
So it's a whole different ball game now.
Okay.
It's awesome. it's awesome, but it also has its setbacks.
Okay.
You know, I do a lot of this shit by myself now, but whatever, man. It's cool. But anyways, so used to have some helpers. You know, I definitely could feel that I was getting a little more tense.
Okay.
You know, the pain really, like once it flares up, which is a lot when I'm cooking, it's just the fact that I'm moving, that my muscles are kind of like, okay, we're warm, it's cool. But after, it's just like I'm laying here just like, and it's like, once I did that whole spiel about bitching about it, I'm like, oh man, now it hurts, you know, like everything hurts. But anyways, so I feel like now it looks like I'm over exaggerating it because I called it, but
no,
like,
you
dude,
good,
like,
man. Hey, you good.
I started focusing on it.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck,
yeah.
dude.
I think that's what happened.
I'm like trying to hold a poker face for the camera, like.
You want to take a pause and stretch it out?
It's cool. We're good. Right. We're good. But anyways, yeah. So nowadays, I don't have anybody set in stone. Okay. I feel like with everything that's going on, everyone has mixed feelings. Whatever you believe. Yeah. That's cool. As long as you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. Whatever, man. Yeah. You know? Anyways, so I don't have anybody that technically works for me. I say, hey, you want to pick up some days? Yeah. Because I've realized that I've put out ads. There's still an ad on my page. Nobody wants to really work. I've noticed there's like this prissy attitude that's kind of going on around. It's like, bro, I did this job for $11 an hour. And there's days where I make $0 because I'm paying everybody else. Like, you're tripping, man. Like, people get paid very well to put cheese on the tortilla. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, I'm not talking about like a couple dollars over minimum wage. I'm talking, it's nice. Yeah. You know what I mean, it's nice. Yeah. Because you're helping me, man. It's like, you might as well take care of you too. Yeah. But anyways, so now the way that it works is I ask you, do you want to? And if you don't, I got other people I can ask. Yeah. So it's like, I call them freelancers, burrito freelancers. There you go. They all do great. I've worked with a lot of them before. One of them's super cool. My buddy Wolf from Mad Lab. We do pop-ups at Mad Lab Coffee all the time. Okay. Definitely a shout out to them. I love those guys. What city are they in? They are in LA, Hollywood. It's right on Sunset. Okay. So it's shout out to them. We had an Instagram down there. Yep. So, you know, I have my buddy Wolf helps me. I have my guy Justin. He used to work for me, and then he left to go to Georgia, I believe. And he was out there for many months. And then, you know, our guy Herman is who you met. Yeah. That's where Justin came from. And anyways, so now Justin helps me a majority. I really like him. He does great. I can bounce off of him. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't really need to tell him much. It's just kind of just boom, boom. He already knows what to do. Like, even if he gets bored, he starts like doing my job. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm going too slow. Go over there. But anyways, great kid. And yeah, it's just
so do you help? You obviously you teach them how to make the stuff. Is it like how does that work for them to?
So kind of, it's kind of like you know, there's times where I do a great job and there's times where it's a real shit job where it's just like, hey, you see that, do that, bye. But there's times where when we have time, depending on what we're doing in the morning, how late we got there, how early we got there, I'll kind of give them a rundown, or I'll kind of stand by them, and like the first couple orders we'll kind of take our time, like, okay, this is what we're supposed to do, and kind of go through it like that. And then now versus back then, I try to be a little more chill about everything, like, hey man, like, look, we got to take this back, you know, like, this isn't good enough. Like, you know, for example, like a lot of places out there do really soggy cheese crust, and it's like, bro, that's gross. I didn't go to grab a pile of molten lava. So like it frustrates me if my food starts to look like that, and because I put somebody else on the cheese crusting station since I do the rest of the burrito on the main grill. So you know, little things like that, I'll teach them the tricks and how to do it, and just kind of whoever's helping me, I kind of show them a little bit about what to do. And then I've only been by myself for about a month.
Okay.
So I'm seeing who sticks around, and it's not necessarily that they work for me, they work with me. I appreciate their help.
Got you.
And yeah.
So look, hey y'all, you got, if you're an aspiring cook, or if you just need a job, I mean, it's one sitting right next to me. It's a job right here.
I posted it, man. I posted it.
Listen, visionaries. Listen, if it's somebody out here, and it better not be nobody I personally know. If I personally know you, and you don't have a job, and you come around me talking about you ain't got no money, I'm gonna say, did you watch my interview with Low-Key Burrito? Cause now we got two problems. I'm your friend and you didn't watch my interview, and you ain't got no job when there's a job in the interview. That's not.
There we go, man. Full call out.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nobody. I don't know nobody in particular. All my friends got jobs. So that I, you know, So all my friends got jobs. Shit.
Right.
But if you know somebody, Low-Key Burritos.
I'm not that.
Hey, and you learn how to make a burrito. Hey, and look, this is what I want to know. Not just a burrito. Let me tell y'all, it's not just a burrito. Where did you come up with this style of the cheese crust? Now, I came and got a burrito from you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I told you earlier off camera, I'm a picky eater, right? That's number one. Number two, I'm lactose. So I saw all that cheese and my stomach started to hurt, because if I ate that, it looked good. Yeah. But if I ate it,
you're done. I get you,
my stomach would be like,
I get you.
Days. So, where did you come up with this idea?
So basically, so I have a buddy named Carlos. He runs snack stand. He does farmers market in Torrance. He does like hot dogs and snacks, and I know like kind of like things where you bring your kid and they pick like an icy or like a lemonade. I don't think they have ices, mostly lemonade, and you know, things like that.
Okay.
He used to do a breakfast burrito, and it was like with hot dogs and grilled onions and peppers. And he knew that I sold breakfast burritos, so he's like, hey man, you know, I want you to try it. I want you to give it a shot. You know, what can we do? And then, so I went out there, gave it a shot, and then he's like, hey man, you know, try this, you're gonna love it. And you know, he just took a big old glob of cheese and put it on the plancha, and then just put the grill, and then he put like a grilled cheese press on it and was just pressing it in there. And I was like, hey man, you know, this is good. You know, I tried it and I was like, hey, this is pretty good. You know, I liked it. It was a little more on the gooey side. Yeah. And definitely a nice portion of cheese. Same thing, I didn't want as much cheese, so I kind of toned it back a little bit and made it crispy for texture. Things like that, you know. And then, you know, we added jalapenos when I used to work at or work with Commodity in Long Beach. And yeah, it just kind of evolved from there. Like I said, I wanted to take it and kind of play with it and make it, like I said, more for texture, not so much for flavor or anything else. It's just kind of add to the tortilla, because I like a bag of chips with it. It's about the texture. It's about you know, it was like trying to, you know, imitate. Like I like if I get a bean, cheese, and rice burrito, I like a bag of chips with it. It's just something that like I need that crunch. I'm like freaking out. You know?
Okay.
I'm just weird. But
no, I get it.
you know, so I was like, okay, I like this, and I want to imitate it, and then, you know, just kind of do something more with it. You know, that's where I started rolling the whole burrito in it, and it used to be like 2 like little flaps of cheese that you just like the first versions of it, and just as it progressed, it's much better now. But as long as it's done right, it's much better.
Yeah.
But you know, it just used to be 2 little spots of cheese and just kind of, and then just flip it over and put it on the other side. So you just get 2 flaps. And then eventually I was like, okay, I think I had like an off menu, like cheese blanket or something. I don't even remember anymore. But anyways, people started ordering that, and that's where it's like I would do it sideways. So I'd put a huge rectangle of cheese, and then, you know, kind of like my boy Flacco's Tacos. I don't know if you've seen him.
No, I haven't.
He's in Long Beach off of 4th and Cherry.
Okay.
Same thing. Check his Instagram. He does it sideways like what I would do, so it's just a little bit more cheese. It kind of envelops the whole thing.
Okay. And it's tacos though.
He does tacos and burritos and Flacco fries. He does a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, I just give you props, man, because I can make one thing and add different ingredients to it. You're adding 4 different items. I'm gonna have a freaking heart attack. So just make like in and out, you know, just like make one thing. Here we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
It's so much. It's too much. It's too busy to do anything else. But anyways, oh yeah. So we were doing it. The cheese crust has evolved from the little flaps to, you know, like I was filming with BuzzFeed, and I had to, you know, I think I was doing it like long ways. We kind of still do the same thing, just long and you know, long ways. If I'm feeling fancy, or if the burrito actually has like a tear in it, because sometimes we hide tears in the tortillas. If it's like torn, we'll do it sideways, or just different variations. Now what I want to be done, please tell me if it's not done. Like, trust me, I will give you free cheese crust. I want it done right. Your honesty is more important than freaking just like, oh, my crust didn't look like what it did in the pictures. Like, I want to fucking know it has to be done like that, or I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like, please tell me, just DM me. I'll be super cool as long as you're not a dick. Just please tell me.
Hey, look at that. He wants perfection.
So it's supposed to look like the Instagram pictures. It's supposed to have that nice skirt on it. It's supposed to look like, damn, this is nice and orange and crispy. And you know, other times it's too crispy and it just breaks off in your foil. And I'm like, I'm freaking out about that too. I don't want any of that. But you know, it's busy. My back is turned. I'm doing other things. Like sometimes it slips. I don't know.
So you're not a robot, man. Everything, even though you know we strive for perfection. You know what I mean. I mean, if out of 300 burritos, 5 of them, you know what I'm saying, don't come out right.
People.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, you can't be hard on yourself. And like, customers, please don't be hard on him. I mean, he's not a robot. You know what I mean? Nothing comes out exactly the same, all the same. You know what I mean?
Try to let it go.
Yeah.
Just gotta relax.
Yeah.
But so anyways, you know, it evolved into what you see on the Instagram pictures, where it's supposed to have the nice skirt and just kind of envelop the burrito. And you know, I always say, if you're going to eat it now or within the next 5 minutes, get the cheese crust. If you're not, you're gonna take it for a half hour, 45-minute drive. People have eaten them days later. I thank you so much. That's like, whew, man, you're a trooper. The cheese crust turns into like a cheese leather, like fruit leather. You know what I mean?
Is it good, or is that good or bad?
I'm very picky. I'm very, 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 very picky. So
also it gets stretchy if it like
it kind of takes the form of the tortilla, if that makes sense. So it just becomes pulley and stuff. Nothing too like. It's not crispy. Like you lose the entire aspect that I want on it.
Okay.
Because the steam and everything in the foil.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you know, so
basically they need to eat it right away if you want the true experience of a low-key burrito.
Right away.
You need to eat it right away.
At least take a bite, please.
Don't go for no 20-minute ride home, 15-minute ride home. I'm gonna eat it. Watching the game. This ain't the watching your game. What you do is you get it, or you eat it right then, right, with the cheese. Then you get another one without no cheese.
There you go. That's the good
And you
idea.
take that home.
Yes.
And then you got something for later, and you still get those great flavors. Because I got the one without the cheese, because I'm lactose. That's why.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Thanks,
I
man.
must say, it was. And I'm a picky eater, so if I say it, trust and believe.
Yeah. Definitely heard that one.
So okay, yeah, because look, I saw, and we're gonna have video and everything up, so people see how you made the burrito, you know, because we got footage of that.
I get you.
And because I'm really curious, so it was like you just experiment, and you was just, you say, hey, I'm gonna flip it over, and this dude just spread, because he spread the cheese out, and I'm like, dude, I did like really like that. You just did just playing around. Here, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it was kind of like I said, you know, I watched my buddy Carlos.
Yeah, watch color, and then just.
And then it was kind of like, okay, it's
that's
hot
crazy.
grill, put cheese, you know, and just kind of did it from there, and then, you know, just kind of like make it better looking, more aesthetically pleasing.
That's the first time I ever seen that done. Like, I mean, I don't know, like you said, Carlos was doing it, but for me, you know, that was a first, and.
If you go to taco stands, they do it on the inside. Like they put the cheese and they just flip. Like if you order a burrito from a taco stand for whatever reason, like just some random ass one on the street, a lot of them will just, because it's a quick way to melt the cheese so they don't have to wait.
And then they put it, and then put the ingredients inside. Yeah, because I do. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, usually cheese be on it, but I just thought.
I learned that later.
Yeah, I never.
I was like, oh shit, they do it at taco stands.
Yeah, see, I
ordered tacos.
But see, I never really get cheese in my burritos.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you wouldn't be seeing it either. You know, it's like neither of us are in that experience.
Really
like, oh shit.
I usually just get the beans, rice, carne asada. No, yeah, carne asada. That's the beef. That's right, and
some avocados.
Cilantros. No, I'm touching picky. This is plain. He said avocados. This guy. Come on now. That's just, you trying to you trying to get me out my comfort zone. Avocados. What the heck? Right. No, man. I told you I got a kid like a palate. A palate like a kid. That's what I was.
There you go.
Yeah.
I knew what you're saying.
Yeah. All right. So my man. All right, dude. We've been chatting it up for over an hour here, man. My man gave me a whole bunch of time, so I don't want to hold him much longer.
Whatever's cool.
You know, but damn. Okay, wait. Hold on. I may got a couple more questions, y'all.
Yeah.
So, you told us what you did for your marketing, right? So your marketing to pump you up. So that's important. You know what I'm saying? On how. And I like to go back, and so that our viewers and our visionaries know that you have to market. You have to do something with marketing.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and if you have whatever budget you have, you need to spend it. Agreed?
Yeah. I mean, it was a nice chunk of money. You know, and I was like, dude, you know, like this is all I have, and it's like I have rent to do.
But did it?
Oh yeah. The next day it paid off. Literally, the next day I got all of my money back in sales. It wasn't like I had made all of my money back, but it took me 2 days to technically make all of it back.
Yeah.
That was a great investment.
Yeah.
It was with Los Angeles Eats. I love her. She's so nice.
So, hey, look, another endorsement, Los Angeles Eats.
She's so nice. I have to. I can't not give her credit.
So are you saying if it's a food business out there and they want to market their business, they should go to Los Angeles Eats?
Yeah, go for her.
Go to her, Los Angeles Eats. My man is hey, he told you he made his money back in 2 days.
Now, Now I don't want to like put the pressure on. I got lucky. It went viral.
Yeah, he got lucky. Hey,
it went viral. Everyone's like, holy shit, I've never seen this before.
Now, but listen.
But it could.
But listen, what comes with that, we also have to remember, you can market your product, right? But you also have to have a good product. You also have to have a good service. If you market shit, You know, you may think it's it's, and when I mean shit, not the shit, I mean shit as in cat shit, dog shit, if it's that. But if you are the shit, you know, like i.e. Low-Key Burritos. I like what I did there. Right, that was pretty smooth, right? So if you got a good product, a good service, a good food, you know what I mean, then hey, it can work for you. However, you know, but it works. And if she didn't work, he wouldn't be endorsing her, and she wouldn't be getting this. She's doing pretty good for herself as far as business wise, correct?
Yeah, a hell of a lot more followers than me. A hell of a lot.
So
I don't know where she's at now.
She's doing a good job. So y'all should check her out. You know, hey, I'm a follower, and we gonna. What's up, LA Eats? Thank you for doing a great job marketing, because I've had people tell me. I literally had a person tell me this. Mm-hmm. I told him, I said, do some marketing. And the guy, well, it's too late now. I was gonna say the guy told me, he said, well, if they feeling it, they feeling it. Mm-hmm. Like whatever, like I'm not gonna
blow it off. Like no,
yeah, it's like I'm not gonna put energy into it. It's either they feeling it or they not. You see, I'm gonna put my product out there, and either they feeling it or they not. What I'm gonna do, and I'm like, market it. That's like, this is what but you can't.
It's all about marketing. I mean, honestly, like, it's so much more marketing. Like, you need a great product, you need a great service to keep the thing afloat, but to get customers, it's all about the marketing. There's a lot of crappy, let's say, products. Mm-hmm. I'll leave a certain category out of it. Yeah. Let's say there's a lot of crappy products that are in the general field that I know. And they got great marketing. They got a great marketing budget, and but their food sucks. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah, hey.
I'm sorry. Hey. I have to say it, man. Got great marketing, the food sucks.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey, I've been there, man.
If you feel that way about me, please tell me, shit, man. I'll give you another one to try it, and if it still sucks, I mean, shit, that's your palate, man. I mean, I can't make you change the way that you like food.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I tried the second time.
And you didn't say no names.
Yeah,
you know,
no name dropping.
Yeah, you didn't drop no names, because it's people. Hey, every industry has somebody might think my podcast sucks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some sucky podcasts out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's some sucky music out there. You know, everybody. It's
everyone's got their own taste.
There you go. Like you know, everybody got
be
their.
Nice.
You see, but to your point. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Like, we can even take music, for instance. How many artists do we know that is selling out arenas? Yeah. But because their marketing budget was dope, or because they was played on the radio X amount of times, now, they're I guess, one would say, oh, well, they don't suck, they stars, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But however, do y'all think Vanilla Ice suck? Do you think, what's the other guy named 6ix9ine? Y'all think he suck? But he was doing well for himself, his marketing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I happen to like Vanilla Ice, you know what I'm saying? I was, however, when it comes to hip hop, you know what I'm saying, and he didn't have lasting power. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or who else? We got a whole bunch of people. We got Diggable Planet. Oh, shut up. Are you familiar with hip hop?
Hit or miss. I have like an array of music that I listen to. It's mostly reggae because it just keeps me calm and level. You know what I mean? It's like most of the time, as long as you're not just stressing me the hell out, I can stay very calm. It's just soothing to me. Yeah. So I listen to a wide range of music, but except for country. And then no country here.
No country.
It kind of depends. I just got to feel out the song. I really listen to like the beat. I like, the instruments. And kind of tune it in. You just got to feel it out. I couldn't say that I like I like 2 bands that I play all the time.
Gotcha.
And then everyone else is like, I like that song, and I like that song, and I like that song, and I like
It's
that
like your music is like your food. You have a wide range. You got an open palate.
Yeah.
And my music is like my food. I'm picky. I'm sticking to hip hop. I'm writing hip hop and R&B, but it's really just hip hop.
I was blasting reggae when he got here, man. I'm
Hey,
sorry,
but no.
I'm killing you with this.
No, but see, reggae is hip hop to me.
That works.
You know what I'm saying? It's reggae, but hip hop comes from that's one of the that's a family member of hip hop, so to speak. That's the best way I can put it. So I consider that hip hop.
Cool.
Then hip hop family. There we go. So, is there anything else you want to the people to know, man?
Not really. I'm not much of a. I'm not a limelight guy. I just like I'm forced to talk, so then it's like, okay, I won't shut up, but it's like I gotta have some sort of direction. Oh no, I get it, man. Hey, look. Like all these cameras, that were in my face, like when I was doing all the filming and stuff, I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But now it's cool. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, you get used to it, man, because it's all about marketing.
Yeah,
it's all about marketing, and that's really what I want to bring home is that he took it serious. He said he took everything he had, not everything, but you know what I'm saying.
All the cash I had.
Yeah, to put it into marketing because he felt not only that strongly about the marketing, but he also felt that strongly in his skill set. You know what I'm saying? He knew what he can deliver. He knew if the people got there, he would be able to deliver and keep them there. And that's what he did. And this man is really, really, really resilient. And I want to tell you again, man, that Vision Scope Podcast, like, we are the home for entrepreneurs, you know. So I thank you for coming to see us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And taking the time. And if you need anything that we're able to do, please reach out. You know what I'm saying? You got my personal number. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I appreciate you coming out here, man. I mean, you came to me. There's a lot of shit.
Hey, it's all right, man.
It's great. Man. Thank you.
Hey,
I appreciate your time.
Man, it's a vibe, man. Y'all see, man, we had a great time here today, man. He gave us his story is, hey, man, like I say, your story is inspiring. You know what I mean? Because your whole story is not a quick bone in your body. You know what I mean? And when I hear stories like that, like I say, it's inspiring to me because I'm where you're at in the beginning stages of your endeavors. You know what I'm saying? And but just in what I'm doing, you know? Yeah. And so I can truly relate to that, you know what I mean? And that's why I love doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Meeting people like you. Yeah. So, where's your next pop-up?
Where are we? Tomorrow's Friday, man. Shit. We're at 310 Coffee tomorrow. Saturday we're going to Mad Lab Coffee. And Sunday, Naja's place.
Got it.
Down in Redondo.
So, yeah, see, he's all around. And you know what? I asked him, but check this out, y'all. By the time this interview pops off, he be there and gone.
Yeah.
He be there and gone by the time this.
Gotta check the Instagram.
Yeah, you gotta check the Instagram. But you know what we're gonna do is y'all gonna see it. We're gonna do a video. Once this is over, we're gonna do a video. He gonna say where he gonna be, and I'm gonna post it up. So y'all still gonna know. Watch. See, that's how we gonna do that.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
So thank you for your time, my man.
Thank you.
Great story. Hey, this is DJ Majesty. This is my man Matt from LOWKEY Burritos. Man, y'all go check him out, man. Hey, he got some of the baddest burritos in LA County. I'm trying to tell you. And if you like that cheese, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a crispy texture. You're gonna say, Majesty, how do you know you didn't try it? I'm telling you, I've seen the results from the people. Go to the Instagram comments, read them, look at them. You know what I mean? Don't take my word, take their word for it. But I have had the one without the cheese, and let me tell you, it was, I mean, shit, it was bomb. It was good as good. Check my Instagram, that's on there too. Man, I'm gonna have to come check this joker out soon, man, because I think I want another one. I'm gonna have to make my peoples that, you know what I mean? We might sell them out ourselves. I don't even know 300 people that gonna buy burrito. I am be honest with you. Not personally, but I might bring about 5 or 6. I can do that.
Yeah, that works, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Vision Scope Podcast, DJ Majesty, Matt, we out.
Vision Scope Podcast.